I saw this quote from a blog post I was reading that said, "Just because a piece of art comes out ugly does not mean the process that made it wasn't important or useful." Perfection and I have been in a pretty tumultuous relationship for as long as I can remember. Sometimes the relationship got so bad that I would altogether stop an art piece because I felt it was no longer worthy of finishing. It just wasn't living up to perfection standards. I could feel shame swallowing me up, and I'd criticize myself endlessly for never being good enough. However, as I have grown in my journey as an artist, I'm learning to reframe my relationship with perfection. Perfection has become more of a mentor and a role model for me than a source of anxiety and self-hatred. I've mentioned this before in my other videos, and talking about it more and more openly has made me learn to love this idea that perfection is nothing more than an idea and not something that is actually tangible or achievable, because we will always be chasing it. That's why I think it's important to strive for it, but always accept that we will never achieve it. Therefore, living by it will always help hold ourselves to that standard while also appreciating our art for what it is in that exact moment. The more I break this idea down in my head, the more comfortable and happy I am with my art, the way it is, and having an open mind to work with what I've created. I had this idea for creating a really cute spread of candy hearts in my sketchbook, and I wanted this video to go out for Valentine's Day, but things quickly took a turn when my 3D hearts started looking really ugly. Usually when I'm filming overhead shots, I try my best to keep my head and my hair out of the frame, which means I can't get as close to the paper as I'd like to. I started feeling a bit of shame creeping up when my hearts didn't look at all like how I wanted them to, and even more so after I'd used a reference image. Before I could let myself spiral any deeper, though, I took a step back for a few days to take my mind off of my ugly hearts. A few days later, I revised the spread and thought to myself, no, I can totally work with this. Plus, it's unfinished anyways. If I keep going, I can make it look kind of cute. So I accepted that this spread wasn't going to be what I had imagined, and that my video will no longer be going up on Valentine's Day. And so I gave myself creative liberty to just have fun, and y'all, I had so much fun. I played around with my gouache paints that I haven't used in forever. I chose words and phrases that resonated with me at the moment and wrote them on my candy hearts. And then I decided to go a little retro and drew cute icons and symbols all around the page that made me happy. Making this spread turned out being so much fun, and I'm really happy with myself for finishing this little piece. It became even therapeutic at one point, just letting go of all of the expectations and creating whatever felt right. In the end, my ugly little candy hearts didn't come out so ugly after all, and I love that I pushed through that uncomfortable ugly phase and finished this spread. In a way, it was kind of perfect that this video didn't come out on Valentine's Day because, I don't know, maybe the message for my video wouldn't have been as profound. At the end of the day, I really want my videos to provide some kind of meaning and inspiration for everyone who sees them. Of course, drawing candy hearts and filling them with sweet words and fun phrases is a great little activity for expressing self-love. But I think it's so much more valuable to understand the lesson in accepting your mistakes and learning from them to make yourself better. Now that's a really great way to fill your cup. Art is meant to be messy and ugly and imperfect, because that's the only way you can truly master the skill of being an artist. By embracing your imperfect sketches, sculptures, or whatever medium you choose, you cultivate a skill through the amount of practice you put into it. Which brings me back to the title of this video. Sometimes art is drawing ugly hearts and still having fun. It's so important to not lose the magic of expressing yourself through your art, and the process of losing yourself to create something is supposed to be fun. Yes, sometimes it's tedious, and yes, other times it can be frustrating. But in the end, you're creating something that is an extension of you. And honestly, that is so magical. So my message to you is to embrace your ugly art and enjoy the process. Over time, your ugly art will compound into something beautiful. But in the meantime, enjoy the journey and have fun with your mistakes. Sometimes they'll lead you to create something even more beautiful and meaningful than what you originally had in mind. With that said, here is my final spread. I really had such a fun time creating this piece and embracing the process of making it. I'm so glad that I took those few days just to step away from it, take my time, and see where I could go from where I was. I hope that this video serves as a letter of inspiration for you to keep making art and keep having fun while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Adios!